Good morning, students. Today we will start Civics Chapter 3, that is Democracy and Diversity. In our last chapter in Federalism, we saw how power can be distributed to accommodate linguistic and regional diversities. But language and region are not the only feature that give a distinct identity to people. Sometimes people also identify themselves and relate with others on the basis of their physical appearance, class, religion, gender, caste, tribe, etc. So, in this chapter, we will study how democracy respond to social differences, divisions and inequalities. Right? We will start this chapter with an example. But before starting, I would like to explain some terms which is used in this chapter. So, one by one, we will discuss 3 terms and then we will start our chapter. So, the first term is civil rights movement in USA. The civil rights movement in the United States was a decades-long struggle by African Americans to end legalized racial discrimination and racial segregation in the United States. Civil rights movement in USA refers to a set of events and reform movements aimed at abolishing legal racial discrimination against African Americans led by Martin Luther King Jr. This movement practiced non-violent methods of civil disobedience against racially discriminatory laws and practices. Now the second term, African American. African American are an ethnic group of Americans with total or partial ancestry from any of the black racial groups of Africa. The phrase generally refers to descendants of enslaved black people who are from the United States. So, Afro-American or Black American are the terms used to refer mainly to the descendants of Africans who were brought into America as slaves between the 17th century and early 19th century. Now the third term is Black Power. Black Power is a political slogan and a name for various associated ideologies aimed at achieving self-determination for people of African descent. It is used primarily but not exclusively by African Americans in the United States. This Black Power movement emerged in 1966 and lasted till 1975, which was a more militant anti-racist movement advocating even violence if necessary to end racism in the US. Now we have described the three terms, and now we will start our chapter with an example by referring these three terms. Now student, this is the picture that depicts an important landmark in the history of civil rights movement in the United States. These represent the medal ceremony of the 200-meter race in the 1968 Olympic held at मेक्सिको सिटी. ठीक है, मेक्सिको सिटी में जो ओलंपिक हुआ उसका ये मेडल सेरेमनी है, और ये मेडल सेरेमनी ही वो स्टोरी बता रहा है और एक तरह से वो सिविल राइट मूवमेंट के प्रति लोगों की जो फीलिंग है उसको डिपिक्ट कर रहा है. द टू मेन standing with clenched fists, upraised and heads bowed, while the American national anthem was played. And these are the US athletes Tommy Smith and John Carlos. They are African Americans. They had won the gold and bronze medal respectively. They received their medals wearing black socks and no shoes to represent black poverty. With this gesture, they tried to draw international attention to racial discrimination in the United States. The black glove and raised clenched fist were meant to symbolize black power. The silver medalist, while white Australian athlete Peter Norman wore a human rights badge on his shirt during the ceremony to show his support to the two Americans. Do you think that Carlos and Smith should have raised an internal matter of American society in the international forum? क्या आपको लगता है कि कैर्लोस और स्मिथ इन्होंने अमेरिका के इंटरनल मैटर को इंटरनेशनल फोरम में रेज किया, इंटरनेशनल फोरम में लेकर आए? Would you say that what they did was political? इन्होंने कोई पॉलिटिकल फेम गेन करने के लिए ऐसा किया? एंड द थर्ड वन, पीटर नॉर्मन, who was neither black nor American, why he joined in the gesture of protest? नॉर्मल जो था वो तो ब्लैक नहीं था, फिर क्यों उसने अपना प्रोटेस्ट का जेस्चर शो किया? Do you know what happened by this type of protest? The International Olympic Association held Carlos and Smith guilty of violating the Olympic spirit by making a political statement. Their medals were taken back. They were sent back to their home. They were subjected to a lot of criticism. Norman too suffered for his action and was not included in the Australian team for the next Olympic. इसका बहुत नुकसान उठाना पड़ा अपने इस प्रोटेस्ट का जो इंटरनेशनल फोरम पे इन्होंने शो किया, और नॉर्मन को फिर अगली बार ऑस्ट्रेलियन ओलंपिक में भी मौका नहीं मिला खेलने का. एंड बाय देयर एक्शन they lose their chance to play in future, but their actions succeeded in gaining international attention for the civil rights movement in US. In India also, some Dalit groups decided to participate in the United Nations Conference against racism in Durban in 2001, demanding the inclusion of caste in the agenda of this conference. Here are 3 reactions to this move. One, Amandeep Kaur, who was a government official, he said, our constitution declares caste discrimination to be illegal. If some caste discrimination continues, it is an internal matter. I am opposed to this being raised in an international forum. Means, according to Amandeep Kaur, a government official, it was not done by that group because it is internal matter and our constitution is able to solve this type of dispute. The other one is Oniam, a sociologist. He said, I am opposed to this because caste and race are not similar divisions. Caste is a social division, while race is a biological one. Raising caste in the conference on racism would mean equating the two. According to sociologist Oniam, caste and racism are two different things, and by taking this matter to the UN conference, equate the two different things. Ashok, a Dalit activist, what he said? He said, the argument about internal matter is a way of preventing open discussion of oppression and discrimination. Race is not purely biological. It is as much a legal and sociological category as caste. Caste discrimination must be raised in this conference. ओनम को रिप्लाई करते हुए अशोक ने क्या कहा? अशोक ने कहा कि रेसिज्म केवल एक बायोलॉजिकल डिफरेंस नहीं है, बायोलॉजिकल मैटर नहीं है, क्योंकि रेसिज्म के थ्रू भी ये अनटचेबिलिटी की प्रैक्टिस और जो सोशल एक्सक्लूजन है वो प्रैक्टिस होता है, जो कि एक तरह से कास्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन के इक्वल ही है. और क्योंकि यूनाइटेड नेशन का कॉन्फ्रेंस जो डरबन में हो रहा था, उसका थीम, उसका जो टॉपिक था वो कास्ट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ही था, और इसलिए यूनाइटेड नेशन में उठाया जाना ज़रूरी था. By these two examples, we can say the caste discrimination or racial discrimination is a big threat or can be a big threat to any democracy. So it should be stopped. Now we will discuss other topic in my next video. So thank you and have a nice day.